So I just got a few things in the mail. Some beautiful, beautiful notebooks from Indigo. Indigo is like a Canadian stationery book company. Mostly it's a bookstore. I don't know why I said stationery, but it does have some really cool stationery, including these notebooks. I'll show you the one that I have right now. The one that I have right now is the embossed journal from Indigo, and I've been getting these notebooks for quite a while now. They are like 320 pages. They have 2 ribbons, which are not the highest quality, but also aren't too bad. And they just tend to have really aesthetically pleasing covers. Most of all, they are pretty cheap, all things considered. Like, full price, they are about $25. However, they tend to go on sale really often, and I've gotten them as cheap as like $7.50 Canadian, which for 320 pages of pretty fountain-friendly paper, that's a good price in my book, at least. So I got a few more colors. They've recently changed their branding a bit. So I think that this is, this cover is so soft. It has like a suede cover to it, which seems really cool right now. I'm not sure how it will hold up over time, but I think it looks beautiful. It says, "There is beauty in simplicity." Isn't that just the truth? So they recently changed their branding. It used to be Indigo paper, and now they've changed it to Nota. So I'm not sure why they did that, but I'm pretty sure it's the exact same company. It's still Indigo. I'm gonna try to peel this off very carefully. Oh yeah, not bad. But yeah, it's beautiful. It looks like it has the exact same number of pages. The only difference, and the paper seems pretty similar. The only differences I can notice right now between these 2 books is, new book smell. It seems like it seems like the margins on this paper are a little bit more narrow on the top, bottom, on the sides. And also, it seems like there's only 1 ribbon instead of 2. On the previous one there's 2 ribbons, but otherwise they seem pretty similar. So I'm really, really excited to use this eventually. Seems like it will be fun. Okay, and then we have a few other colors of this notebook. We have another suede. This has a really pretty gold and pink kind of floral design. Also, this just has 1 ribbon, suede cover. This one doesn't feel as soft as the other one. I don't know why. Peel the sticker off. Nice. Also, I think this is really beautiful. Cold, smooth paper. I love it. And one more. This doesn't have the suede. This feels a lot more like the original embossed journals from Indigo paper. Feels pretty much exactly the same. But it's by Nota now. The sticker isn't coming off as cleanly. Oopsie. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. This one does have, it says kindness is golden. Absolutely. And yeah, this one looks exactly like my previous embossed journal. The margins are a bit wider, especially at the top. And it also has 2 ribbons. instead of one. So there's one here, and then there's one right here. There's two, which is nice. Yeah, I think these journals are so beautiful. And as I said, I've been using fountain pens on these for years, as long as it is like the same kind of paper as the embossed journals, it should be fine. But yeah, I've been using, oh dear, I'm already getting this dirty. Oh no. I've been using these with fountain pens for years and they work fine. It's not something I would use really heavy ink on, like flex nibs or super broad pens, but in general, there's not a ton of feathering or bleeding and the paper is really smooth, so it's nice to work on. And for the price, it's great. I got all of these for $12.50 Canadian, which is a really great price for the amount of paper that you get. And since I do write a lot, I will go through these in like half a year. So yeah, it's a great price rather than getting really expensive fountain pen friendly journals that I might only use for a month, and then that's like $25 at the drain. So I'm excited to use these eventually, but it won't be for a while because I haven't even finished my previous notebook. Anyways, so I recently have experimented with mixing inks. This is like for the first time. Anyways, I had gotten a sample of a mystery sample from Goulet Pens of, I don't have the label on it anymore, but this was Diamine Festive Cheer. And it was okay. However, I just feel like for me, it reminded me too much of like a blue ballpoint ink and it just wasn't my color. So I thought, how could I, still use this and get some joy out of it? So I decided to mix a little bit of it with my Ferris Wheel Press Moss Park Green ink, which I got a few months ago, and it actually had a pretty good result. So what I basically did is I mixed the two inks preliminarily in a watercolor palette, just like a little bit, and I let it sit for about, I don't know, 5 minutes just to see if there was any precipitate that would form between these two pens. I didn't see anything, so I went ahead and took a blunt-ended syringe and inked up one of my carousel fountain pens, which, as I've talked before about, are okay. They're not my favorite pens in the world, so I'm not like too worried about destroying these. If it happens, oh well, I'll get some other pens that I like better. But yeah, and I made this ink that I'm calling, oh look at that shadow, snaky shadow. I'm calling the ink Fantasy. I don't know. It's like this dusty blue color. I'm sure I could get a similar color just in a full bottle of ink pre-made, but I'm really happy that this worked out and I like the color. So I don't know, I might try to do some other ink mixing in the future, especially once I get more inks. And I'm excited to try that out. Yeah.